Oh my god, I don't have my mic plugged in. Jesus Christ. I don't have my mic turned on. What is up? I forgot about this very important piece of the streaming puzzle. Much like the Vikings, forgot to play offense tonight. And defense. What a bummer game this was. We are not talking about basketball, although it's tempting. It's tempting to talk about basketball. I'm a little out of sorts right now, so let me pull up some copyright-free YouTube music, and then we'll get to it. So, yeah, welcome to Hunnaball post-TNF breakdown. As you can see, the bet of the day was Minnesota +3, and, you know, we bricked that one. I'm man enough to admit it. So there we are. As soon as there we go. All right. We got some low poly racing mix, whatever the hell that is. But yeah, oh boy, I hope I don't get copywritten for ESPN force showing that highlight. Let's get the box score going because this game sucked. This game was brutal. No way around it, fellas. So let me make sure everything's going and live, but I'm excited for some people to join because it's been a couple days since we got to talk sports. We've been on hiatus, and now we get gifted from the football gods with what will be known as nothing short of game of the year, perhaps. There we go. All right. Nice. There's a little football that comes up when you like my stream. That's very cool. Like the stream to see the football. Anyways, cool. Here we are. I hope me liking my own stream didn't just pop up on the thing. Oh, well, if it did, that's what we do. What's up, John? Felt bad for Carson towards the end. Carson wins. Yeah, no, that's where we were at. That's what I wanted to talk about. That is... God, this was not fun. This was not fun. Look, Thursday Night Football's been in a real heater. We've said that, but look, off rip, nothing. Dude was clearly hurt and KOC didn't care. Yeah. I didn't get that at all. I mean, dude's wincing. Yeah, seriously, Carson Wentz, he's wincing. He's in so much pain, and I don't know if he was like, I'm good, coach, send me out there, or if he was like actually feeling it, but one thing led to another, and he was just bad. He's already in the awful tier. He'll probably move down. He was playing hurt. It looked like he snapped his arm, and Jage just had to sit there, inactive. It's time to let JJ McCarthy loose. It's time to let him go. I feel bad for anyone that had a Vikings running back in this game. Aaron Jones seems to have won the starting job back for some reason, but God, man, off rip, the Vikings O-line looked bad. Like, off rip. Had nothing to do with the Carson injury either. He just didn't look good. I don't know why they're not putting in Brosner. Give the dude a shot. He's got the best release. Yeah. Two QBs with hurt arms is not a good deal. Well, I think Jage has a high ankle sprain, but yeah, 100%. It's like... There was so much wrong with how this game was played. And it sucks because you can't really tell. I mean, my instincts want to say it was bad Vikings more so than good Chargers, but it's pretty obvious when Joe Alt's playing, Justin Herbert is a lot better, right? Hot take, the quarterback needs his left tackle, right? But man, they're going to start JJM for the Lions for some reason. Only 2 starters, the only rookie who came back from surgery. Yeah, just a bummer game. Thursday Night Football. The Vikings have never won a Thursday Night Football game on the road. Carson Wentz has never lost a Thursday Night Football game, due in part to most of his Thursday Night Football games have been against the Giants. So a little shout out there to the Giants' ineptitude on Thursday and on Sunday. But, you know, this is about the Vikings and how they struggled. I mean, you look at the box score. We don't even need to read it. Like, the Chargers were up the whole time. Chargers were up 21-3. And the final, and the end of the first half, and the Vikings bravely put up a touchdown that they did everything they could to not score. I mean, they couldn't move the ball. They got the ball on, I think, the 25-yard line or so after an interception, barely moved it forward, and then settled for 3, but then an offsides that Amazon didn't even broadcast, got them up to the 4th and 9, and Carson Wentz finally threw a touchdown, which was weird because on the 3rd down he had Jalen Naylor running across the seam, but he didn't take it, so that was weird. But I mean, the Giants kicked ass a couple Thursdays ago, no doubt. But I mean, the proof is in the pudding, and the proof is that the Chargers are a lot better when they have offensive line help, which is crazy. It drove me crazy that the Chargers had so many injuries. Derwin James was questionable. Tony Jefferson was questionable. I think another corner stepped out for a little bit. And the Vikings still couldn't take advantage. And we all think KOC is a good coach. So what even happened here? Jetta's got involved. He had 11 targets, but Wentz just couldn't get the ball out. Like, my biggest note is that Wentz was holding the ball for way too long. Far too long. First below average TNF game of the season. Yeah. TNF finally bricked one. And it was with Carson Wentz. Who would have thought? Max Brosmer didn't get enough work, but just a bad one, man. I feel bad, man, because, you know, we haven't streamed since Monday. I like coming on here with things to talk about. And believe me, things have happened in the football world, all right? Chargers still don't have Perryman either. Great point. Chargers were beat up. What an interesting game. Yeah, for one side, Kamani Vidal. Hassan Haskins. Was Hassan Haskins ready to go finally early here? Let's go. Was Hassan Haskins, like, active? Because if he wasn't, then, yeah, that makes a little more sense. But if he was, I mean, it's already Vidal's backfield. But I want to see, okay, there's just no... Okay, we'll never know, I guess. We'll never see the injury report after the fact. But either way, this is Kamani Vidal's backfield. He looked good. He looked quick. If you picked him up in fantasy, you're thrilled. The Chargers didn't even really have that impressive of a game through the air because they didn't need to. After the first half, they were just playing with house money. So I think Wentz was still hurt from Sunday. I don't know why they didn't start Brosmer. I mean, apparently they don't have trust in the undrafted rookie out of Minnesota. So I get it. It's a tough look. It's a tough look. I mean, Xavier Scott is the leading rusher. Who the hell is Xavier Scott? Hawk got a couple grabs. Like, Ben Urasek got involved. Bust out your Ben Urasek jerseys. Jalen Naylor didn't catch anything. Wentz fumbled. That wasn't great. I believe he also threw a pick. He did. Herbert. You know, when Herbert threw that supposed pick six in the first drive of the game, I was like, oh my God, ball game. But that's just not how it panned out. Lucky for me, I had Vidal, McConkey, and Herbert on my fantasy team. Well, that's good at least. That's a good night at least. That's about a perfect scenario. All you need is that new fella, Gadsden the second, Aronde, who's like a hot waiver pickup this week. Someone in my league got him 3 weeks ago because my league is a bunch of Charger fans, so that's great. Hopefully they'll join and talk about how Herbert's the greatest player ever because he beat the Vikings with Carson Wentz. Herbert deserves his credit, right? He really does. But, I mean, damn, Vikings. Damn, I mean, I'm looking at the QB tiers. Herbert was on the chopping block. He'll definitely be moving up. And like, Jay just sticking there. He didn't play. Wentz might move below Pickett. There you go. Starting QJ, 0 points. I know to play against the Vikings. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess. The Vikings on Thursday. Not a strong team, apparently. Shoot, I get that. Picked up Gadsden, had McBride on bye this week. Strong pickup. Great player. League winner, perhaps. I mean, the Chargers are a team that are up and down like a goddamn yo-yo. Let's call it like it is. This team lost to the Giants. This team lost to the Giants. They get the Titans next week, which, you know, sorry, Ann Valix, but I don't think that should be the toughest one. Steelers on prime time. That game's going to be really, really, really fun. Are we getting back-to-back Steelers Sunday night? Okay, no, the Steelers are Sunday night this week. God, the Sunday night football is all over the place this year, but whatever. Then we get the Jags. This will be interesting. Justin Herbert revenge game. Trevor Lawrence, you know, get his get back. Raiders. And then they have kind of a tough stretch at the end of the season. Eagles, Chiefs, Cowboys, Texans, Broncos, who people think is like the fifth. Chris Sims had the Broncos as the fifth best team in the NFL and the Giants at the 25th. Don't really know how that works, but whatever. Only part of my parlay didn't hit QJ. Yeah. Had a triple stack. Gadsden, Ladd, Dicker dropped Hurd. Could have had a quad stack. Yeah. Okay. Apparently you guys are lucky. I have like 4 Chargers fans in my league, so I don't get my chance on any of these guys. Ladd goes way too early. Gadsden was picked up before I even knew he existed. Ladd goes way too early. Hell, people reach on Dicker because he's a funny name. They're like, oh, I'm going to name my fantasy team name after Dicker. Dicker the kicker. You guys get it? Because his name rhymes with kicker and it also has dick in it? It's like, good Lord. Get a grip, Carson Wentz. Get a grip, Carson Wentz. Jeez. He's complaining on the sideline. My arm, my elbow hurts. Sub out, man. Sub out. He was holding onto the ball for like 8 seconds of drop back. The Vikings O-line didn't play well. You'll see like the next gen stats had him being very like pressured a lot this night, tonight. But man, I don't care. From what I saw, and you guys can tell me if you disagree, Broncos aren't going to win the division by the end of the year. No, they're not. Chargers have fans. Seriously, good point, Lorenzo. Great point. I just realized I'm going chain out. We're going to leave it like that. But what I was saying was, man, Carson Wentz was pressured on every drop back because he wouldn't let it rip. There were open receivers on a lot of these plays, and he's not throwing it. He doesn't have the downfield vision. He can't see over the offensive line, much like Tua. Can you believe Tua said that? I really do feel like watching interviews and press conferences during this stream is the way to go. All right, we got Cam Ward. quizzing reporters. We got Woody Johnson completely burying Justin Fields. And we got Tua continuing his Charlie Sheen press run. So there you go. And the YouTube did an update. So now if you put hashtag football in the bio, the football will come up when you drop a like. So drop a like to see the cool football animation if you haven't already. He was playing way too scared, probably because he was hurt. I don't disagree with you. But again, it takes a big man to admit this is too much for me. The lights are too bright. And the time to sub out was not the last drive of the game. All right, fine, give Maxey a shot. If you haven't seen the Cam Ward video, it was hilarious. We will watch it. We will watch the Cam Ward video because I got a feeling there's not a ton to talk about here. The Vikings, brutal showing out of the Vikings. I expected more. As you can see, once again in the stream, bet of the day, Vikes +3. I thought they had it. I thought the Chargers O-line, I didn't know Joe Alt was playing. That's on me. I should have realized that. Joe Alt was playing. That changed the game. I didn't know the Chargers defense had this much juice. They overcame injuries. They overcame a couple of turnovers or one turnover. Not really. They allowed a touchdown on that drive, but still, nonetheless, they had a good game. They got to Herbert. They stopped the run. They just and Jim Harbaugh, hate him or love him, he outcoached KOC in every way. I mean, it was a 27-point ass whooping. No way around it. I hate to say it. I wish I dropped Kimani Vidal for Aaron Jones. Brutal. Vidal's a hot pickup for sure. 5.1 yards per carry. Grit and grind. He's like a Darren Sproles type where he's short but also strong. Kind of like a Troy. Kind of like a Cam Scadaboo type. I don't want to. Can we not watch that? All right, there we go. Born in 2001. He was about 13, 14 days before that big event. I don't know if you guys remember what happened or not, but something happened around this time. And 6th round pick. Dude was solid. And when Omarion Hampton comes back, it's like, is Vidal going to have his work cut out in this backfield? You know the Chargers wanted a committee. Let's find out if Hassan Haskins was healthy. Hassan Haskins was inactive tonight, so that definitely kind of boosted our other fella, Vidal, here. So they got a lot of interesting lookers on this team. Scott Matlock. Who doesn't love Scott Matlock, right? So there he is. Carrot top. So overall, I mean, if you're a Chargers fan, you're happy. All 9 of you. I know most of them. I'm so happy I'm a fan of both these teams because if I was a Vikings fan, I'd only be dead inside. What's up, Arcadian Wind? Yeah, I mean, John, our resident Vikings fan, I don't know how he's feeling, but yeah, dead inside. Oh, yeah, didn't Jay-Z drop Blueprint around then? There you go. That was what happened. And also Lego Star Wars came out. So there's some big events. But no, exactly. They literally stashed everyone from Sunday just to play tonight. Yeah. And they tanked it. They tanked it. I mean, and you're the Vikings, right? You're looking down the pike, and it's like, I don't really know what the goal is for this season. I think the goal of this season, honestly, it's not to make the playoffs, as hurtful as that sounds, because I think the Vikings are good. I do. But the NFC North is not to be trifled with this year. Chicago's having a good shake. Green Bay has the best record in the NFC. NFL, actually, I believe, because of the tie and the bye week. Best percentage. Detroit looks good. Chicago. And Minnesota's 3-4 with a tough sledding ahead, man. They got the Lions, the Ravens, they got division games, Seahawks, Commanders, Cowboys. And we all know what's going to happen during this one. Justin Jefferson and Keenan Allen. Are you kidding me? What's up, Chris Brown? Wait, Keenan Allen let you down? I mean, you can't really be that surprised. They should have been a playoff team, but that's not the reality of the situation. I mean, they tanked it to the Falcons. They lost to the Eagles in what should have been a win, honestly, if we're being straight with ourselves here. And Lions, Packers. This is a tough schedule. No way around it. And it's mostly because the NFC North is very competitive this year. Sports are rigged. I don't know about that. It felt like, if anything, the Vikings got a couple of calls tonight. Like that hands to the face in the end zone that gave him a new set of downs. I didn't like that call at all. But even then, it rigged it, and they still, the Vikings still couldn't even compete. They couldn't even compete, much less get close to a win. They couldn't compete tonight. And that's what bummed me out. Thursday night has been on a heater. I love the broadcast package. I mean, I was watching in a bar. It's one of my favorite things. Is going to a bar and watching a non-tech savvy bartender fiddle with a fire stick. I think it's hilarious. They're trying to switch it through. They're like, come on. Where's the game? What channel is the game on? It's like, it's not on a channel. They're like, what do you mean it's not a channel? And it's like, where have you been? Where have you been? Dude, I'm watching the game. It was so funny. The Chargers were in the red zone, about to score like a touchdown. It was the Ladd touchdown, actually, so they were close to the red zone, but not quite. And the bartender switched off the game for like some infomercial, and the whole bar erupted. They're like, hey, what the hell, man? What? Where's the game? And the guy literally has the nerve to be like, I didn't do anything. It's like, dude, 8 TVs just changed. I think you did something. There's a QVC on the TV. I'm not here to buy a necklace. I'm here to watch the Chargers stomp on the Vikings' neck, because at that point, game was over. Ladd touchdown. I missed the Ladd touchdown. And we might talk about basketball one way or another, but it's too damn early in the season. The NBA just came out with 30 players rigging games. Yeah, we'll talk about that quickly as well. Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier getting caught red-handed. Boy, howdy. God, the NBA is such a disaster. Who Dat Hank loves the fullbacks. Give me Scotty Boy over Vin Diesel or Hampton. Well, yeah. I mean, amen to that. Amen to that, Vin Diesel. The other guy had Vidal. They also had Mason, so it kind of balances out. Well, that's even, Steven. I didn't have anyone playing tonight because I missed the Vikings boat. And again, like I said, every Chargers fan on planet Earth is in my fantasy league. So, this one, I feel for the people that are Vikings fans. I also feel for the people that watch the game, which I'm assuming is most of you. Want the Ladd touchdown, only 7 points to get to 14. I honestly wasn't the Ladd. Yeah, but it didn't feel good after that. 14-3. The Vikings couldn't get a third down or even a first down on top of that. If ever in NYC, come through for some bruising football. I will take you up on that, Lorenzo. If I'm ever in NYC, though, I might be at MetLife, but hell yeah. Wemby's going to force me to watch more hoops than I planned this season. Wemby's good. I want to say this now just for documentation purposes. The Spurs are going to win the finals. I just want to call my shot right now. The Spurs are going to win the finals. But again, I'm not an NBA YouTuber. All right, we are here to talk football, damn it. But again, this game happened. It came and went. And, hopefully there are better Thursday night games down the pike. I don't know what we have next week in store. Let's find out. Ravens, Dolphins. So, that's not going to be good. That's not going to be good at all. What about after that? I'm picturing that live stream. Tua's going to be on the thumbnail for sure, looking all stressed out. Lights are too bright. Raiders, Broncos, a nice division matchup. We all know the Broncos are super overrated, so anything's possible. I might go to Commanders, Giants. There it is, Alex. There it is. Poor Wentz and Herbert, both O-lines are injured. They got killed. Wentz got smoked in particular. Well, yeah, but, I'll never say poor Herbert. God damn, the Thursday games are falling off a cliff. Jets, Patriots. Bills, Texans. I mean, that might be a fun one. I don't think so. I think the Texans are awful, though. There's no Thursday game. Week 13. This is the Thanksgiving. So, oh God, yeah, forgot about this one. Bengals, Ravens. Joe Flacco's return. Jeez, what a brutal setup. Anyways, I'd love to watch the Chiefs just beat up on the Cowboys though that day. That'd be great. But yeah, man. So we're kind of jamming through this season. What week are we in? Week 8. Damn. Well, guys, we're almost halfway through this season, and we've had one Thursday night bust with probably many on the way. So. Here we are. I'm happy we got rid of Ray, but I feel like he might do well with you guys. You know what? That was not the wide receiver ad I was hoping for. But if he can get on the field and do something, that'll make him better than Jalen Hyatt. Straight up. They go see Wemby play the Pelicans tomorrow. My brother covers the team as extra. Oof. That'd be fun. Lifelong opportunity. Honestly, I'm not that mad anymore when we lose. I just do other stuff that's worth my time. I'm sorry, John. John, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, John. This is a tough one. Not far in enough. Go for a walk, play some video games and such. I agree. I mean, listen, we're at a point where I don't think the Vikings are bad, but it's just tough to really see a ceiling. So I think, honestly, you put JJ out there, you hold him to the fire. You hold JJ McCarthy to the fire. Titans fan, I'm ready for the draft season. Fair enough. We should look at some mocks as well. But you hold him to the fire and you see what you got. I mean, if JJ McCarthy, let's just say, again, this is bold, but let's say he goes... They got 9 games left. Let's say he goes 2 for 7 across this stretch. You might want to look at a QB. I'm just saying, you might want to look at a QB. Did you see the NFL sign with EA? Yes, I did. Someone put that in the Discord, which, join the Hunnaball Discord. I'll put the link somewhere. But yeah, I did see that, and I'm not thrilled about it. But again, as someone who doesn't buy Madden consistently, it's not going to ruin my life. I feel bad for gamers everywhere, but to be honest with you, I think the best way to do it is just protest with our dollars. Stop buying the game. Play old Maddens. Use an emulator and just, God, my forehead wrinkles driving me crazy. Use emulators and just play an old one with an updated roster. I do have a Discord. Yeah, The link is in the bio of my O-line video. It's in the link of some other videos, but I know for a fact it's in the bio of my O-line video. I need to put that more places, but I keep forgetting to put it in the bio of this stream. So join the Discord if you want to talk some ball. I don't use it as much as I should, but I got my video coming out tomorrow, hopefully. It's going to be on the Giants, so I'm going to be promoting it in the Discord, our hefty Discord. So, you know, if you ever want to talk ball, shoot some messages, some good memes in between streams. I'm always happy to see them. But they have a ton of talent. Something just off this year. I think it's the coaching. Yeah, John, you're very anti Kevin O'Connell, and like, you know, I get that. Poor Justin Fields, man. I know he's been asked. Owner have to do him like that. Plus, he doesn't help. He's one of the worst owners in the league. Oh yeah, we'll talk about that. We will talk about that for sure. In fact, let me pull that up just for record keeping purposes, huh? And probably won't look at another veteran QB. They'll probably stick it out with JJ until they get fired. Maybe take one in as a backup. All right, shoot. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm just curious because it just doesn't seem like they want to play him. That's the problem. Also, Malik Neighbors, for whatever reason, has not. Wait, this isn't true. This is a fake report. Oh man, I saw a thing that said Giants got Jalen Waddle. I don't know why that was in my Twitter notifications. What a joke! I got all excited. But I want to look up the Woody Johnson interview really quick. I mean, if you haven't seen it, I'm sure like it's a doozy, no doubt. So we'll pull this up now. But yeah, man, this was a whack one. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's the bulk of what I have to say about the Vikings game. Invite link expired. Okay, then I'll get a new one. I'll get a new one for Lorenzo and NFL drop is hilarious. I'll get a new one, Lorenzo and and Valix. Actually, let me pull that up right now while we watch this Woody Johnson video. So I have more to say about the Vikings and what they're going to do long term, but I pulled it up. Let's watch this damn video because this is hilarious. If you haven't seen it, and if you've already seen it, you know it's. Come on, OBS, pull up. It's not letting me use the damn tab. Oh my God. I don't know what to do. My computer's not working with me here. Okay, let's just do it like this. This isn't going to work. God damn it. Hold on. There we go. Got it. Figured it out. All right. Here we go. Woody Johnson on Justin Fields.
It looks like he's turning around parts of it. You know, it's hard when you have a quarterback with, with a rating that we got, you know. I mean, he has the ability, but something just is not driving. But if you look at any head coach with a quarterback like that, you're going to see similar results if you go across the league. You have to play consistently with, you know.
I realized the sound was way too low. Let's run this back. I didn't realize the sound was way too low. I suck at OBS. So frustrating.
I just think
basically the bulk of it is.
What's your confidence level in Aaron to turn it around?
Well, it looks like he's turning around parts of it. You know, it's hard when you have a quarterback with, with a rating that.
When he says that, I feel like he's talking about the Madden rating. Shout out Brick.
Is not jiving. But if you look at any head coach with a quarterback like that, you're going to see similar results if you go across the league. You have to play consistently with, at that position, and that's what we're going to try to do for the remainder of the season.
So he just completely tanked Justin Fields there, and like, and you got to feel for Jay Fields. I mean, he's bad. Like, he's in the awful tier, and he's definitely not moving. But you do feel bad for Justin Fields because Woody Johnson called it straight. They took a gamble on him, and it looks like my parlays, they lost out hard. Thanks. He probably is talking about the Madden rating. Yeah, I missed a couple things. John thinks JJ's actually hurt, hasn't been practicing, but he's not going to practice. That it means he's really hurt. They give him $20 million a year. Fields probably going to start if tired is worse enough. Aaron Glenn's situation is weird. We've talked about it before. I'm sticking to if they lose to I think they have the Browns soon. If they drop it to Cleveland, I think that's it for the Jets. Like, losing to the Bengals isn't ideal because the Jets do not have a tough schedule, by the way. They, like, Panthers, Dolphins, come on. I know Dolphins is a division game. I think if they get stomped on Thursday Night Football against the Patriots and drop down to 0-10, I don't know how you retain Aaron Glenn. Like, I get it. Firing coaches in the first year is never great. And it sounds like Woody Johnson is backing him up because, like, he's completely throwing Justin Fields under the bus. He isn't calling plays, but he should be helping the defense. His team's also terrible. I think part of it's on him. I mean, it's just like, how many games? Like, okay, let's say the Jets win one game this season. What, do you think they're going to turn around and be a Super Bowl contender next year? I know that's not the bar for the Jets, but like, my God, what is Justin Fields' rating? You know, what's his rating? That's the question. Browns might be the coach killer this year. I'm pretty sure they got McDaniels fired. That's what I mean. If we lose, I'm committing. Yeah, well, I don't think you'll have to. I think if they lose to the Bengals, Browns, and Patriots, God forbid the Ravens are still on a skid and they drop it to them. It's like, dude, this is not like a tough schedule. Like, and then this schedule was even easier going into the season. Dolphins, Jags, Saints. Come on. With how impatient Woody is, I doubt Aaron will be in New York by the end of this year. That's what I'm saying. It seems like he's behind him, but shoot, man. I don't know. I just like looking down the lens of sports. I like thinking about tomorrow's headlines today. That's the fun thing we do around here, because Aaron Glenn, man, like, he doesn't seem like he holds an interview well with the press. They screwed over Aaron Rodgers, and like, he's just not an inspiring leader apparently, because if he was, and he's a hell of a dancer, I gotta say, but didn't they give Aaron a 5-year deal? I don't think that matters though. I mean, the Jets go through coaches like underwear, man, like Halloween candy, whichever metaphor you prefer. Feels like the QB play that's bringing the Jets down. They have so much offensive talent is a stretch. All right, Mason Taylor, Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, and a couple other fellas, Alan Lazard. So much is a stretch. They shouldn't be 0-7, but like, I mean, we look at this roster and it's like, I don't want to blame like the roster. So Khalil Herbert, wow, didn't know he was on the team. That's different. Josh Reynolds, weirdo line. I think Olu's hurt, if I'm not mistaken. Membu might be hurt. Someone's hurt. The defensive personnel is not bad either. This team shouldn't be 0-7. That's the problem. So it's like, if you're sitting there and you're Aaron Glenn, you're like, God damn, we can't win a game, and the roster's not that bad. Like Woody said it. He's like, you know, our rating is fine. Our defense has improved. Our special teams have improved. Everybody knows how important special teams are. So I don't know, man. O-line's great on paper. Garrett Wilson, Mason Taylor, Breece Hall, but the team's horrible. The more I talk about it, the more I blame Glenn. If Lazard being there, Khalil good, and good for nothing Herbert. Jets are run so poorly. Any rookie should succeed. Refuse to go there. As a Pats fan, I love it, but the Jets are just sad. Yeah, well said. They're the place a QB and a player goes to die. It's the career agony. I get what you're saying. A rookie QB. It's like, the Jets are in a league of their own bad. And if the Giants didn't tank it to the Broncos last week, which is why I'm making a Giants video this week, coming out tomorrow, and the next one's going to be on the Jets and why they need to move, like relocate. Like, I hate calling for owners to sell the team, but I put Woody Johnson on blast in my owner video. And all I did was just basically summarize the Athletic article that came out exposing him as a terrible owner. It's not just the brick stuff. It's not just him throwing players and coaches under the bus. He's always involved in stupid personnel decisions, and the Jets are a disaster. The only time the Jets were like halfway good was when he was an ambassador, the U.S. ambassador in London for Trump's first regime. Even Trump was like, we don't want Woody Johnson back. And that dude doesn't really seem to care about skill. I mean, Kosh Patel's, I'm not going to get political, but I don't think anybody in here is going to defend Kosh Patel, all right? I swear, every time Justin Fields goes out there, it's like... And now, like, this is Tyrod Taylor to Justin Fields. It's like, rest now, brother. We have the watch. And I'll see you in Valhalla. My favorite clip ever. And I don't know. And Tyrod was limited in practice. Imagine benching a quarterback and then the starter gets hurt. So then you have to send him out there anyway. The quarterback with a bad rating. You guys talk about how Evans came in for one quarter, broke his collarbone on Monday. A ton of pressure on Igby. Well, yes. I mean, Evans, that was a heartbreaker. That was a heartbreaker for sure. We did talk about that, but the Monday night stream was definitely a slower one. I was still hurting after the Giants game. The Texans Seahawks was such a slog, so I'm with you. But let me catch up on a couple messages I missed. The Jets going to get Drew Aller with the 35 pick. It's going to be buns. Well, I like that take. The Jets should have hired a CEO, head coach, flatted if they plan on Justin Fields being the QB in the next 2 years. Yeah, probably. Not a bad call. Matt Ryan said all the boys. I have a joke. Signing the Jets depletes your football superpowers. All the boys in the league have a joke. I assuming that's what you were saying. And like, yeah. It's hell. It's football hell. I didn't think Fields would be this bad, but if I knew he'd be mad, I'd at best say 1-6-11. You know, we could have foreseen the Jets being bad, but what we didn't foresee was like 0-7. Justin Fields looking like one of the worst QBs in the NFL. Like, I wanted the Giants to get Justin Fields. Boy, I'm glad we didn't. Not that Russ was some savior, but like Justin Fields has been bad. You watch him, man. There's no way around it. His rating. Jets are going to do the exact same thing the Titans did. Keep their bad head coach, draft a QB first overall, see the team's terrible, fire their head coach mid-season. Yeah, it's a good call. But they did that last year. They fired Bob Saleh too early, mid-season. Jets fans need to protest the owner. Look what happens after the Commanders change owners. I agree. But, you know, the only way that's good, Woody Johnson, he'd have to die. He'd to pry this team off his hands. Because Woody Johnson, he's not a great owner, but he hasn't done enough to get him, like, ousted. He's done some shady stuff. There's been some allegations, you know, but he hasn't been bad enough, right? You can't force an owner out because of incompetence. That would be nice. Not how the NFL works. You can't fire the owner, unfortunately. So if you're a Jets fan, which I don't think there are any Jets fans in here because I don't think they even try to consume any football content. But if you're a Jets fan, man, cut it out. Cut the cord. Like, I would give up on the Jets. Being a Giants fan is tough. It is hell. Even after the Broncos game last week, I know I didn't want to hear it, but at least we're not the Jets is something to always hang your hat on. Maybe not for Titans fans. Being a Titans fan is not an easy road either. At least we're not the Jets. Texans Seahawks game I saw coming a mile away like tonight's game, a complete ass whooping. I hope you made some money off it, John. Through hell and high water, 3 things guaranteed: death, tax, and the Jets being the Jets. Jets gonna jet. I mean, my God. They can change the logo. They can revamp the uniforms all they want. It's not gonna save anything. They don't draft well. They don't develop talent well. They don't like inspire greatness amid their organization. Think about the best Jets quarterback ever. What, Vinny Testaverde? Mark Sanchez? Who is now, you know, incarcerated? Who is the best Jets quarterback ever? If the Jets don't get it, the Titans will. Jets won't get the first overall pick. They'll win a game against the Dolphins or something like that. Well, I don't think the first overall pick is the question. I think it's which quarterbacks are coming out. Dante Moore feels like a Jet, by the way. A to Z. I hate A to Z Sports, but let's do it. A to Z Sports, the worst. No thanks. The worst website we know of. But let's just see this really quick. Just since we're talking about the Jets, right? Round 1, Ty Simpson. Welcome. The hottest QB in the country resides in Tuscaloosa. Jets taking an Alabama signal caller. What could go wrong? Fernando Mendoza, a Miami Dolphin. If the Dolphins go QB, I'd be pretty surprised. I'm not going to lie. Just they're so locked into the Tua contract. Ruben Bain, Proctor, Arvell Reese. Sorry for yawning. Arvell Reese. There goes Dante Moore, Cleveland Brown, Peter Woods. Giants get a wide receiver, and there goes Lenora Sellers. So A to Z Sports has 4 QBs going in the top 10. That would be fun. That would be fun, and I wouldn't be mad if the Giants left the draft with the number 1 wide receiver off the board, especially Carnell Tate. I don't think we'll be picking 8th overall, but hey, a man can dream. Bengals, there you go. Chris, Caleb Downs, I'm sure you're happy about that one. Cowboys, there it is. Spencer Fano, not a bad take. Jordan Tyson, that's our boy, great player. TJ Parker, love, you know, it goes on. I'm sure you guys who watch college are like, oh, God. Makai Lemon, 22? How the hell? But look, I don't really know what the hell's going on. I got to catch up with college. I'm just seeing if there's any more QBs in the woodworks. The Patriots have the 29th pick. That's funny. And the Colts. I know this is like reverse record, but it's just interesting to me. And then in this one, Jets land Mendoza. So there you go. And then Ruben Bain goes. Titans go Keldrick Falk. Interesting. Sure up that D-line. Dante Moore goes 5. Giants go O-line, Downs, Tyson, etc. So there you go. So those are that's the mock draft update check. Mahi's here. What's up? Jesus, I missed a lot of messages. Oh my God. I'm not big on QBs in the draft. Hell, I wasn't even when it was hyped. Fair enough, Chris. Shoot. If you're a Jets fan, switch to the NBA because the Knicks are promising. Joe Namath, I guess. Yeah, Joe Namath, if you want to count him. Joe Namath, like, he was good. He's ranked the 100th best player in the NFL according to their top 100 list they did like 20 years ago. I don't know about that. Ty Simpson, yeah, there you go. The dude who won the Super Bowl and then sold their souls. I know who Joe Namath is, guys. I just don't. Played in the goddamn 60s, all right? The guy's like 90 years old. I don't really think that counts. Football was in a much different spot. But you guys, I did ask best QB in Jets history, and I guess Joe Namath is the right answer. It's just not, it doesn't really do much for this dialogue. At least the Titans were good, decent 2018, 2021. We saw the Bills TNF game. The Dolphins have an out after 2026. Okay. I didn't know that. Oh, did we? I thought it was 2027. I thought it was 2027 with a dead cap. I had a mental break there. I thought it was 2027. I could be wrong. I'll check that up in a second. But what else? I want the Jets to trade for Shedeur just to give the league absolute chaos. Bo Nix would have been QB1 in this class. Good lord. Wasn't Downs the one I told you the Giants to draft? It was. So there you go. That's why I knew you'd be fired up. But yeah, man. Bo Nix QB1. That's hilarious. He's not great. I feel like Dante Moore could be good. I don't know. I like his style. People say he's a nice guy, and that's enough for me. That's enough for me. If you're a nice guy, then you've got my vote to run an NFL franchise. So, I don't know how we started talking about the Jets. Woody Johnson, I guess, but, they're in trouble. Jets fans, give up, man. Join the Giants. It's a lot better. It's a lot better being a Giants fan. Imagine that. Like, that's it. I'm sick of rooting for a bad team. I'm rooting for the New York Giants. And then this happens. It's like, oh my God. So, yeah. The Jets are a disaster. I think we've beaten that horse to death. There aren't even any Jets fans in here. I wish there was. I wish there was a Jets fan that we could really talk to. All right, next thing. So we were talking about Tua. I want to see the comment where he said he couldn't see over the worst possible QB. I want to see the headline where he said he can't see.
Some of it has to do with being able to see guys. Their guys also up front and our guys. And I'm not the tallest guy in the back there either. So being able to see, and then, sometimes when that happens, you don't want to just throw it blindly. You got to progress. So I think that had some merit to reasons as to why that happened for Waddle.
So, what are we supposed to do with that? What are we supposed to do with that, Tua? This is my question. What are we supposed to do with that? Dude, this is a guy who a few weeks ago said that he can't play like Josh Allen. He's like, I'm not Josh Allen. I suck. Then he blames everyone. Then he goes and gives an interviewer backlash because he asked him a very normal and forward question, like, why do you think your turnovers come in bunches? He's like, I wouldn't say they come in bunches. I would say I turn it over once a season. It's like, what? It's normal not to see over the line, but they don't say that to the media. Yeah, and Alex, it's not as bad as when Anthony Richardson was like, hey, man, I was tired. That was an all-time soundbite. But shut up for 5 seconds. You have to say everything, every interview, at zero media training. Yeah. And I feel like he got his money and was like, I don't really care. Dante Moore is 20 by the draft. He's worth a top 5 pick off that alone. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Send him to the Jets. I'm sure he'll develop well. Athlete QBs in this draft are sophomores. I don't think that's a bad thing, though. He has become a diva. Does he try to see over the line to throw? That's what I mean. I'm not the tallest guy back there. Call it like it is. You guys didn't know? I'm not that tall, all right? I'm not that tall. I'm not Josh Allen. I don't turn the ball over in bunches, and I can't lead this team because no one shows up to player-only meetings. It's like, my God, Tua. What the hell? What is the point? Why are you even still playing? This should be robbery at this point. So let's go. Brandon Graham. That's so funny. What a sign, by the way. Christian Watson getting that extension. Good for Christian Watson. Shout out him. What was I going to look at? Tua. Where the hell is he? Where the hell are you, Tua? Okay, so Tua, if we look at his deal, right? So this year he's taken 25 base, cap number 39 mil, 98 in dead cap. Let's change this to post June 1st. Okay, you're right. Okay, good pull, Mahi. You're right. It was after 26. I thought it was 27. And if this is the scenario, then yeah. As screwed as you'd feel like the Dolphins are, it's really not that bad. Hell, you could cut him. Yeah, no, you cut him after next year. You eat 11 mil and you move on with your life and you save the rest of that cash. They set up this contract very smartly. Very intelligently. He's 6th highest paid apparently. Yeah. So the Dolphins. What I'm worried about with the Dolphins is you got to get a new coach. Okay, and Brian Flores isn't on the table. Okay, not that he really earned many interviews tonight. Brian Flores is off the table. Then you have, like, Tyreek Hill's finished. Jalen Waddle is wanting out, or at least, isn't thrilled to be a Dolphin at the moment. The O-line's a disaster. Like, you need to fix everything. So if you take your first-round pick on a QB, you're going to have a hole everywhere else, and then you're going to be in the Titans situation where you got Cam Ward back there running for his life, holding onto the ball for 12 seconds, not knowing where to throw to because he's got goddamn Restrepo running a go route. So, like, it's a double-edged sword of not knowing, like, where to start when you're fixing your team. That's why rebuilds can get so hazy so quickly, because you just don't know, like, what to do at a certain point. So, like, it's easy to say, like, oh, cut bait with Tua, but at the same time, it's like, dude can't see over the line. What the hell? This is bothering me. Hold on. Money. All right. Anyways, that's my mini rant there. Purdy said the same thing last year when he asked why he was missing receivers. Jesus. These quarterbacks, these diva-ass quarterbacks. Tua also didn't know Cam Newton was an NFL QB. Another good point is, like, Cam Newton doesn't know what it's like to put on the helmet. It's like that old, like, Mel Kiper, Bill Polian argument where it's like, Mel Kiper's never put on a jock strap. It's like, what? Studied the draft for like 20 years. Whatever. It's an awful excuse. Never saw Breeze or Flutie saying that height was an issue. Flutie figured it out. Flutie would roll out. He'd huck it deep. Like, come on. Tua's just done. Head coach gave up on him. Team gave up on him. Fan base gave up on him. Top 2 targets are injured. Point is, he's maybe done in the NFL. That's my question, right? So if you're Tua, right? You don't, like, let's say the Dolphins cut him 29. He was a top 5 pick who earned a second contract. He's not great on interviews, but he's worth being a backup, right? He's worth having as a backup at least, right? I mean, he's better than Carson Wentz. He's better than a lot of these backups. He's better than Russ. God, don't put Tua on the Giants. But, like, maybe is it crazy to say that Tua just needs to go to a better situation and can have a Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield-like resurgence? I know he's a little older, but is that crazy to say? I don't know. I don't think it matters. He's done with maybe he's trying to do everything he can to get traded. Miami's another joke of a franchise. Miami hasn't won a playoff game since 2000. That's nuts to me. That's crazy. I have not been alive for a Miami playoff win. I'm assuming a lot of you haven't either. That's crazy. 2000. What? That was the 99 season, which means they have not had a playoff. Well, they've had playoff seasons, I guess. So I guess the point's void. But God, man, being a Giants fan is tough. But at least we've won a playoff game within the last 5 years. My God. This year didn't help their cause. Grant's been dog shit. Yeah. Very true. Very true. It's hard to evaluate Ward. He has no receiving options or backup centers running routes from at fullback, but he also holds onto the ball too long, leading to sacks. Isn't his fault, but it's also not entirely everyone else's. I completely agree. He's a rookie. He plays like a rookie. Cam Ward plays like a rookie. He definitely doesn't look better than Dart, and that's not me being a Giants fan trying to dunk on you guys, but, like, that's just the fact of the matter. I just realized my light's not plugged in. Nah, I'm good. Anyways. But yeah. I think he's going to get a backup gig at some point. Maybe it's in a Jets type deal. I feel like it's a career trajectory for Penix, Bridgewater-esque. I was 2 months old. Yeah, exactly. January of 2000. 2 months old. It's like, my God. It's been that long for Miami. I feel for them. They are definitely a poverty franchise. The best thing that's happened to Miami is Wildcat in that one game against the Broncos. 70-20. Like, Jesus. They got stomped by the Chiefs in the playoffs. They tanked for Tua, quote unquote. And that sucks too. They've had so much talent go in and out of that building. That sucks, man. That blows. I feel for the Dolphins fans. I do. It's like Jets, Dolphins, Browns, Titans, and then, like, Giants. It's tough being a Giants fan. Being a Vikings fan's not easy. Hell, I'll say it, Chris. Being a Bengals fan ain't a picnic either. Let's call it like it is. Honey, yes, it is crazy to say because he's been in great situations with an elite wide receiver duo, solid running back, offensive-minded coach, 2022, and still has no notable success. All right, well, fair enough, Chris. Put me in my place. Drew reminds me of left Jimmy G. Got paid only to be injury prone backup if someone ever wants to put up with him. Wow. I like that take. A Jimmy G-like career trajectory. But Jimmy G made a Super Bowl. Tua has yet to win a playoff game. So there's that. You know, it's levels to this, right? How would Tua look in a Kyle Shanahan offense? Not bad? Can we all admit that Alabama quarterbacks are not worth drafting that high? I think so. I think so a lot. That's why I think it's interesting that Simpson's getting all this number one talk. I just don't trust a Bama QB. You'll never make me trust a Bama QB. AJ McCarron, Jalen Hurts, yep, call it. Mac Jones, Tua, like, come on. Odell said he never had mental health issues until he played for the Dolphins. Apparently, Darren Waller's the opposite, though. Darren Waller loves it in Miami. I will say, there's got to be something to playing in Miami and, like, going out and partying and, like, you know, South Beach and doing the whole thing. Like, Tampa, you're not as distracted. Jacksonville, shout out Gale, you're not as distracted. But Miami, that's got to be a lot. For an NFL player, I feel like you own the city. Tua, probably not, but I feel like you own the city. So, yeah, man, it's just a sticky situation. But, you know, I kind of want to talk about the Titans really quick. I said I was going to pull up the Cam Ward, so we're going to do that now. Let me pull it up. Let me pull up the Cam Ward video, because I thought this was funny. This will be our last Twitter video of the night. Okay, let me just turn off the music here real quick, if you don't mind. All right, here we go. We're back in the action. I'm figuring out OBS once again.
I want to see if y'all can repeat this play. And this is an easy one, too. YMO.
Damn, it's quiet.
Do this one. Let's go gun, deuce right closer, Z-top, fire 6J, rib, boom, F-shift, H-burst on the turn.
No chance.
I'll give you an easy one. This is a base game plan right here. This is a base game plan. Gun, gen, right baffle, 2-jet, Costco, white basic.
No chance.
Come on, Paul, you got me sacked out there.
And then he just walks off. So Cam Ward, while he's not playing excellently, I'm not going to sit here and say that Cam Ward's been great. He's very funny. He's a very funny quarterback. And I admire that. One of my bigger knocks on Cam Ward was that I didn't know if he could, like, lead a locker room. I think he can lead pretty well. I think he can lead pretty damn well. So shout out Cam Ward. And I was thinking about Titans head coaching candidates. I know Ann Valix is in the Mike McCarthy crew. Eddie George of the Titans are doomed this week. Yeah, he did. Future head coach of the Titans, Eddie George, said that. So, you know. But let me just real quick. His best years, he had Tyreek, Waddle, Devon, offensive-minded coach, good defense, can't get anything done. That's a perfect situation. Yeah, but not. I mean, I don't know about a great O-line. O-line wasn't all there, and you know, I don't know if Mike McDaniel's the killer head coach. I don't think he ever thought about retiring. He should have considered it after the third concussion. He's not getting hired after what he said. That's fair. But after the third concussion, the thing is, though, he got his bag. He got his money. Shit, he got his money. If I'm Tua, I would have done the same thing. If I'm Tua, man, I'm gonna keep saying random shit to the press. I'm gonna stick as long as I can. Take my millions. I don't think the Florida income tax rate is that high, and I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna ride off into the sunset and just throw my phone in the South Beach Ocean. I'm not gonna worry about it. I don't think that's the worst life to live. Or be a backup and make a few millions riding the pine. Why not? Shoot, protect your health, man. Be with your family. Your kids don't have to know that you were an idiot. But back to the Titans. I'm very curious to see which head coach. I think ownership after firing Vrabel set the team back 10 years. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know much about the Titans owner. I've said this before, but I think the Titans' new stadium is super ugly. Nothing to do with anything, but I like bringing it up. If you haven't seen the Titans' new stadium, I'm gonna pull it up right now, actually, because this is a must see. If you haven't already, I'm sure a lot of you have. Titans' new stadium. Get a look at this. Get a look at this. Come on. That sucks. That's not gonna fly. Hold on. There's got to be a better. There we go. I like the attempt, but Jesus Christ, is that ugly. That MRI joke was underrated. Wait, did I miss something? Did I miss a good joke? Am I dumb? Did I miss an MRI joke? Oh! I don't think the oh, that's good. I didn't even see that. I'm reading these chats so fast that I missed the good jokes. That's a good bit. Sorry that I didn't give that the credit. It was underrated. I was so confused on them firing Vrabel. Is that a hotel? Yeah, seriously. Is it an apartment complex? Is it a strip mall? No, it's a football stadium. So that was a good MRI joke. Titans are dumb, but you know, you're kind of in it now. I feel like with the Titans, this is a team that like could be good. You know what I mean? The Titans could be good. They have been good within the last like decade, right? Losing Derrick Henry and no one talking about it kind of pissed me off as a Giants fan, I'm not going to lie. But the Jets, I don't think there's anything better. Hunnaball hating on the Titans' new stadiums like the Jets and losing games. You can count them both. I always bring it up. I can't not bring it up. It is a hideous stadium. It is like mostly publicly funded for what I know. The public is funding this. Drives me crazy. Like, what is this, bro? Tennessee. Nice. I'm a stadium nerd, man. I know stadiums are bad for the city's infrastructure. And I said this in my owner video, but if you missed that one, that's fair. Dude, lawmakers make the argument that stadiums bring a lot of foot traffic. They don't. They really don't. They don't do a lot for the city's overall infrastructure. All they do is eat tax dollars and save the NFL money, which we all know the NFL's got plenty of money to go around. All right, so they can put in cheap bullshit turf. So I just hate the bad stadium design, and this is one of them. Gale is not here, unfortunately, to talk about Trevor Lawrence and his 2-game skid. But I will say, if we're talking about QBs really quick, just calling it like it is, Herbert might move up a spot or two, maybe ahead of J Love, and maybe ahead of Trevor. Looks like one of those stupid LA mentions. Well said. Well said. And I don't know, Carson Wentz might move below Kenny Pickett, so watch out for that. To be fair, he was injured. Who signs off some of these stadium designs? I know not everything can be, but SoFi, where's the creativity? Also, if you ever go to MetLife, it's ugly. I have seen the outside of MetLife. It is not pretty. In the middle of a swamp. It looks like a prison. And SoFi, man, I've been to SoFi, dude. That stadium is weird. Like, it's just not... It's not the architecture marvel you'd think it would be. That's another privately funded stadium, so, you know, hate it or love it. But parking is a nightmare. Getting in and out of there sucks. It's just a weird layout. Like, you get a good view of the field, and it is very, like, new and nice, but are the Chargers Super Bowl contenders? No, I don't think so. You're a little late, Blake, but yeah, I don't think so. I think this is more bad Vikings than anything, but we can talk about stadiums. I mean, you know, all kinds of weird stadium designs coming in. The Browns are looking at a new thing. I believe the Jags might be looking at a new thing. I could be wrong on that one. And what's the other team that's got a new stadium coming down the pike? Damn it. What team is building a stadium? The Bears. Bears are building a new stadium, no doubt. Bears are building a new stadium. But no, if there are any Charger fans in here, I just finished with dinner. Hey man, no worries. I'm just calling it like it is. The Chargers aren't that great. They beat up on Carson Wentz, who couldn't get anything done. Impromptu stadium rankings. Oh my god, that'd be funny. If I can find a tier list, let's see if I can find a tier list. Oh my god, that'd be funny. Let's see. Let's see if we can NFL stadium tier list. Let's see. NFL. Why? What? Oh my god. I gotta make this. I really gotta make this. They're like, oh my god, this is brutal. NFL stadium. Let's see. Let's find out. What's the story with this one? What? Okay, so there's really nothing. I wish, dude, I swear, man. Let me just pull this up so you guys see what I'm looking at. What the hell is this? I search NFL Stadium, and I'm talking about EA CFB 26, QB midseason tier list, Pokemon Stadium and mini games, which could be interesting, but I don't know. NFL Stadiums updated 2021. That's like, come on. No way Bears move from Soldier Field. They are. They're building a new one. One of the historic teams is getting a dome, I think. Jeez. Love the Superdome, though. I do. No, the Bears are getting a new stadium. Look at this. Which is crazy because they haven't even paid off. They haven't even paid off Soldier. Bears leave behind $365 million stadium debt as they ditch City. Yeah, you see? This was 14 hours ago. They're getting the hell out of town. I didn't know they were leaving Chicago. That's crazy. Oh, my God. All right. Come on. Really? I got to pay to read this Bloomberg article? Are you kidding me? Okay, then I guess we'll stick to the headlines. Bears commit to revised Arlington Heights Stadium, so they're going to Arlington Heights. New details. So they're building a new thing. Economic impact on the Illinois project. God, dude, this website. All right. Well, I might not get copywritten watching this. I don't want to roll the dice. I just don't. Yeah, so they're moving out of Chicago, going to Arlington Heights, capital. Come on, dude, get the hell out of my face. More than $5 billion, with the team intending to invest more than $2 billion. I don't know how much you guys know about Chicago. I feel like they could use that money. All right. So it's an enormous impact, influx of 1 million+ visitors per year for local villages. Village is a weird term to use in 2025. Also, local villages. Bills, that's the one. And that one is going to tank the city. The Bills' new stadium is going to tank the Buffalo economy. Buffalo was not meant to have a billion-dollar stadium smack dab in the center. And I watched a video about how it's like completely screwing over residents and like people that are like season ticket holders, because you have to pay thousands of dollars just to get a reservation at the table, to sit down at the table and buy your expensive season ticket. And like the stadium's not even going to be that nice. It's kind of ugly. It's kind of ugly. I'm not going to lie. But by the way, bringing in like all this money to the 1 million+ visitors a year, I doubt that. That's always dressed up. They need $855 in public funding just to jumpstart the development, so that's not great. Again, they are still paying for Soldier Field, so that's not great. And by they, I mean the city. But let's pull up Bill's new stadium real quick. I do like that we've completely shifted from talking about Chargers Vikings, because that game, not a lot to bring home. It is coming along. It's coming along, but like it looks like. When did this come out? Okay, so they're building it. It looks like a worse version of Hard Rock. It looks like a worse version of Hard Rock Stadium. Like, no disrespect, but like it just doesn't look like it's all that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm a stadium hater, and like this is gonna destroy the Buffalo economy. There's a video that like I don't want to watch it on stream. It's really long. It's like 10 minutes. But like the point is that the Bills are tanking the Buffalo economy for this new shiny stadium, and it kind of just goes against what the Bills Mafia is all about. But my little stadium soliloquy got me distracted. Let me see what happened in the chat. Hot take: Buffalo to Toronto, which wouldn't happen, but a Toronto NFL team seems like the move. The Jets, unless Applebee's count as a major attraction. Salt Lake City team, that wouldn't be that exciting. It would be something, but the Salt Lake City Lumberjacks or something, but I don't know. People at Buffalo have earned their team. What are they going to do with the old stadium? Torch it. I don't know. It's not like they have other things to do there. It's not like Dua Lipa is going to come to town and play at Highmark. You know what I mean? So, just all kinds of issues with the whole like stadium dialogue. You know what? I'm pulling up the video. It was very well put. Even if we just look at the thumbnail. Hold on, let's pull this up. Geez, behind the scenes, drone footage and whatnot. Okay, this was 4 days ago. Okay, actually, this won't get copyrighted. This is a Bills video. Ad blocker detended. I can't watch it with an ad blocker. Thanks a lot, Bills. Thanks a lot. All right. Oh, great. That didn't even work. Hold on. Well, I just turned my ad blocker off for Over the Cap. I'll regret that one. Here we go. And there's an ad. So I'm not giving Ticketmaster any more love than I have to. So yeah, did you see the ad where the Bills baptized the baby by putting him through mini tables? Jesus, that's funny. I'm glad the Bills aren't completely out of touch. But, here we go. We don't really need sound, but if this can just... Can I get rid of the pause button? Can we get rid of the pause? Oh, God damn it. I don't want to full screen it, but I guess we're going to have to. But yeah, as you can see, behind the pause button, I'm really glad I turned my ad blocker off, that they can't even take away the pause button. Anyway, as you can see, they're putting in the sod, they're putting in the dirt and the mud, the sand. And yeah, I'm trying to get like the most recent Buffalo Bills, man. You dropped the ball once again. Here you go. This is just not like that appealing of a stadium. I'm sorry. This is just not that appealing of a damn stadium. It looks kind of gross. No, it looks kind of gross. So I don't know. I'm mad about stadiums. Stadiums make me mad. They really do. They make me mad. And there's the ad on Over the Cap. I'm turning my ad blocker on right now. Anyways, so that's that. That's my stadium rant. I think we've covered that base. All right. So it's Thursday. I wish I had some Hinge updates, but to be honest, I've just been liking people without any real consequences because I've just addicted to the validation I get from the app. So nothing real on that front. I mean, a lot of the girls that I'm matching with now are like out of town, which is really annoying because I'm not trying to drive to like go get some. So that's not ideal, but we got to do our picks. There he is, Kevin Hart. So, and we should also, real quick, off topic, but I think teams should be fine with extending their decent but not great QBs. In the NFL, you need a top 16 QB to contend. I agree. I feel like Dan Jones is proving that a middle-of-the-road QB is really all you need. If you can protect him and put a good supporting cast around, that's more valuable than overpaying a quarterback, the supposed most important position in football. I agree. I don't see why, but understand guys like Tua, T-Law, Murray should be getting giant contracts. Yeah. 100%. What's the benchmark for a good stadium to you? Oof. Privately funded. Not to sound like an economist, but privately funded. And just badass. Badass. You know what I mean? The Vikings' new stadium is sick. The Falcon Stadium, sick. Like badass. The Raiders Stadium, hate it or love it. Kind of ate up a lot of strip money, but like badass. Those are the two benchmarks. Badass and privately funded. Vikings and Saints got the best stadium. I don't disagree with you. There's something historic about the Superdome. And honestly, to be honest, something that goes overlooked in the age of new stadiums is some history. Some damn history. Right? Something that's like, yeah, our stadium has been here for a while. Like, there's a lot to that. Okay? Anyways, that's my stadium pick. But I do agree with you, Ann. That's kind of what we're looking at. I think this is going to be the era of the mediocre quarterback. It's like, why invest all that money in a guy when you could just get Sam Darnold to show up? If you trust in your head coach, you should be fine. All right, let's do our picks, unless anyone else has anything to bring up. Okay, we're starting. Bills-Panthers, 7-point spread. The Panthers burned us last week. I'm not going to let them do it again. Bills are off a bye. I don't care that the game is in Carolina. I don't care if it's in Carolina. -7 Bills. I'm sick of picking bad teams. I think the Panthers are fine, but I don't love this week for them. I don't think the Panthers are good against real teams. Bryce Young's limited. I think if he doesn't play, that'll probably help, but I don't like where this one's going. This one might be one of those like the Saints game where the Bills are like kind of struggling through the first couple quarters and then just pour it on at the end there. Really think Vegas should have led lean into Vegas casino vibes with the Raiders. Hopefully they did it with the A's for baseball people. I agree. I completely agree. They should have just completely steered into it, put a sports book inside the building, and just let everyone lose their life savings. History, what about Nissan Stadium and the fire that happened there? Does that count? There's a fire in Nissan Stadium? Are you talking about when Derrick Henry stiff-armed Josh Norman? Or was there an actual fire? Wait, now I gotta look this up. Hold on. And again, like, you know, if that's something. Oh my God! What the hell is this? Oh my God! That's not funny. Jesus, how have I never heard of this? 2019 burst out in flames? Oh boy, NESN, don't copyright me. Jeez! Oh my Lord! Also, drop a like if you haven't already. What the hell? Well, damn. Well, now we know. Damn. All right. Well, now I guess there is some history to Nissan Stadium. Hate it or love it. Anyways. All right. That was a nice little detour. Giants, Eagles. I'll tell you what. Chris Brown remembers it. I didn't. Shoot. Maybe Chris Brown knows more ball than I do. Just kidding. All right. Giants, Eagles. I said it before. I'll say it again. The Giants could be 0-17. I'm picking them in week 18. I'm picking them this week against the Eagles. I wouldn't recommend you do that because Paulson Adebo's probably not going to play. That's not good, which means we're going to be seeing more Deontay Banks. Not ideal. And Brian Burns has been super limited in practice. He hasn't practiced the last couple days. He might not play. So Giants are a little beat up. I don't like this game at all. In Philly, I'm going to pick the Giants, but I wouldn't advise you to. Talk about pregame entertainment. Seriously, they set fire to the rain. Patriots, Browns. God, this is going to be a big favorites week. Pats. I think Drake May is for real, and I would love to see him against this Browns defense. I don't think Dylan Gabriel's all that. I don't think that's much of a hot take. That being said, Dylan Gabriel goes into Foxborough and wins this game. He's moving up. He's moving up from pretty bad, maybe even to meh. Why not? To hell with it. Let's see what the guy's got. All right, this might actually be a pretty easy pick for a week for picks. Jets, Bengals. This is a tricky one. Okay. Chris Brown's not going to like this one. Over 43.5. Giants Philly game looks like a great buy. I agree. That is a good value play. No doubt. I like that one a lot. I think the Bengals are going to win. But I think the Jets are going to compete. I think the Jets will cover. I know I said I'm not going to pick any bad teams, and the Jets are probably the worst of the worst. I think the Jets will cover. I think I'm going to go Bengals by a field goal. Okay? 30-27 Bengals. Okay? Bengals win. Jets cover. There you go. It's not been that crazy of a week. You know, if you're a sports bettor, I feel like this is a good week to buy in. A lot of wide spreads. A lot of opportunity for value here. Maybe you can do like an underdog parlay. You tell me the whole time not to worry to say that. Like I said, don't worry. They're going to win the game. Who cares? Who cares? The Jets are going to compete, though, damn it. The Jets have the fire lit on them, and Tyrod Taylor's not going to burn through this one. Maybe. It says Shador got some first-team reps at practice this week. No way. Well, we'll check out that later. Falcons, Dolphins. Oh, Jesus. Dart throw Falcons. Penix is limited, but the Falcons beat the Panthers 30-0. They're at home. I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, the Falcons didn't beat the Niners, but who cares? I really do like... plus, I know ball better than you. Well, who knows? Who knows? But, listen... What I'll say about what I like, one of my favorite things to do to bet is hedge the person that lost the primetime game the week before. Hedge the team that lost the primetime game before, because the public is baked into that, like, just bad taste in their mouth. And I think there's a lot of value in 7.5 against Miami at home. As a Falcons fan, don't put money on us, guys. Come on, dude. Come on, America's Dragons disciple. Bijan's going to run for 200. Exactly, Lorenzo. I agree. 2 words. JT Bertrand. Come on. Come on. I got 3 words for you. Michael Penix Jr. Bears, Ravens. Lamar's coming back off a bye week. Caleb Williams can't move the ball. Challenge you to trivia right now, buddy. I should play some NFL Grid. That's what I should do. Okay, let me see if there's actually a good NFL trivia website. I'm going to continue picks, but I just want to check this really quick. Because why not? We're having fun. Yard Barker. We're not doing a BuzzFeed quiz. Oh, Jesus. How do you take this? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. This will be fun. We'll try this. Jesus. Okay. The 1,500 receiving yard NFL season quiz. We will do that. Wow, this is going to be tough. Okay. All right. We'll do that next after picks. All right. Bears, Ravens. I think this is a tricky one. I like the over, but I also like the Ravens. I'm starting Caleb Williams and Roma Dunze in fantasy. I like the over more than the Ravens spread. I think the defense isn't great, but I think Lamar's better than Caleb Williams. And at the end of the day, QBs are a win stat around here. So I'm going with Lamar. If Lamar doesn't play, I want this struck from the record. But I think Lamar's going to play. All right, Niners, Texans. Tricky because the Niners are beat up on defense, and the way to beat the Texans is who led the Dolphins in rushing in 2019? Raheem Mostert. I don't know. Niners, Texans. I feel like, look, I don't like picking the Texans because they have a bad O-line, and that's why I'm going Niners. I'm not going to overthink it. That being said, the Niners are beat up, so if they can't get to Stroud, they might not win. Whether or not Purdy plays is really a non-factor. They have the Niners as a better team on neutral field, So there you go. -6.5 is a 1 in 5 team. It's hilarious. I agree, but wow, it is funny. It is jarring. The over is the better bet there, though. Bucks Saints. Tampa -4.5. Sorry, Hank. I think a 4.5 kind of feels like a trap. I think the Saints might compete, but I think it's more likely that the Buccaneers win by 4.5 than the Saints compete. I don't think it's like I'm not certain on it, but come on. Titans Colts. Boy, 14.5 points in a division matchup. It's too much. It's too much. I'm picking the Titans against all better judgment. Dan Jones is good. Ryan Fitz. Oh, I thought you meant Rush. What the hell? Good point. Jesus. Random call. Mike McDaniel will be the Texans OC next season. All right. Well, if that happens, I'll come. Remind me to come back to this stream. I'm hands not buying the Titans pick. 14.5 is a lot. 14.5 is crazy. I know the game's in Indy, and I know Dan Jones is red hot. The Colts will probably win. Hot take, but 14.5 is too much. Colts might skunk. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm going Titans 14.5. I hope you guys don't disagree. 30-0. Damn, that is what skunk means. I forgot. Colts might skunk. Titans win. 14.5 is too damn much. It's too damn much. Titans dub. Why not? Bet the money line. Don't be a coward. Bet the money line. Plus 850. Jesus Christ. Plus 850 is kind of too good a value to not take. You put $5 on plus 850 and you shake the tree and see what comes out. Why not? Shoot, I might look at it. I might get on Bovada and throw down a 850 bet. I might get in on it. I might. Could you imagine Cam Ward revenge game? New coach Mike McCoy gets that little boost. I might bet it. Honestly, I like 14.5. I like plus 850 more. Why not? Screw you, Dan Jones. I'm still mad. All right. Cowboys, Broncos. Cowboys. Look, I know we hate the Cowboys. We do. That's fact. But after last week, I'm telling you, I'm sick of hearing about Denver. I don't think they're that great. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I do. So, yeah, we're going oral imbalance music now. Not ORL. AURL, like aura. Anyways, let's refresh. Thanks a lot, DraftKings. Hopefully we kept our ticket. We did. I'm sick of Denver. Bo Nix sucks. I'm going Cowboys. Packers, Steelers. Packers, simple. The Packers really like to go close with bad teams, and every team, to be honest with you. But I think the Steelers are just weak. I think they're weak, and like their offense sucks. Terrell Austin's not good. Does the DJ shirt still smell like paint? Probably. I haven't worn it in a minute. It's actually right here. Yeah. The Dan Jones shirt. I haven't washed it because, like, why would I? I wear it on stream and then take it off. I don't, like, wear this around the house. But yeah. Does it still smell like paint? Not quite, but it definitely smells like a chemical or two. Definitely doesn't smell like straight fabric. Dan Jones. Read it and weep, fellas. Titans win. I agree with the Steelers take. I'm going Packers. Go Pack, go. Why not? And then Commanders Chiefs. God damn. 12.5 in prime time? Wow. Oh, that is so many points in prime time. Like, obviously the Chiefs are going to win, but 12.5? Go Pack, go. Yeah, there you go. 12. Yeah, if you clip it, I see it when you clip it. So don't ever be afraid to clip something, fellas. God damn. Commanders plus 12.5? I don't want to take the Commanders, but 12.5 in prime time? Under's a good bet for sure. 47.5. Vegas always knows something we don't. Well, Jaden Daniels isn't going to play, so that's the main reason here. But, God, I don't think the Commanders are that good, but golly, 12.5? I like the under more than anything, like Chris Brown said, but let's go Commanders. Oh, God, I don't know. Chiefs, Commanders. You know what? Just because picking the Chiefs is boring, we're going Commanders. I don't feel great about it, but why the hell not? All right. So I'll save this tab. Here's what I wanted to pull up really quick, all right? This is the 1,500 yard season quiz. All right. Chris is leaving. He stayed for the picks. I appreciate it. Flacco MVP, Bengals Super Bowl. Yeah, you can keep dreaming, pal. Maybe you guys might have a chance this week. Maybe not. Against the Jets. Chase wide receiver 1. Well, that I'm not going to disagree with you. I thought we were going to do a trivia thing. Giants going 2-15. Come on now. All right. I wanted to see if I could do this. All right. 1,500 yard season. This is for each team. Each team's most recent 1,500 yard season. As you can see, San Diego hasn't had a 1,500 yard receiver since 65. Granted, that's going to be easy. We're starting it early. Lance Allworth. Bang. St. Louis. Oh, that's tougher. Is it Torrey Holt? Okay, there we go. Shit. All right. I know Calvin's on here. Okay. Buffalo 2020. Diggs. Okay. Cup, obviously. Detroit in 2023. St. Brown. All right. All right. We're doing this. CD. How about that, huh? CD Lamb's on there. Obviously, Chase. We're getting the easy ones out of the way. Jefferson. Holy hell, we're smoking this. Rice, obviously. AB, Brown. Okay, Jones. I see it. Come on. Damn it. Okay, it's okay. I know 2011. It's Cruz, right? All right, Victor Cruz. 2011 New England. Oh, Christ. I know Randy Moss is on here, but that's not the answer. Every team has a fluke game. Exactly. I like the Titans. Colts 2022. That's Marvin. Okay, I'm just going to go Harrison. Harrison. Okay. Miami 2023. That's Tyreek, right? Shirley. Okay. Adams. Devontae, of course. Houston. Johnson, right? Andre Johnson. Oh, shit. That wasn't the answer. Oh, Hopkins. Duh. Marshall. All right. We're smoking this one. Thomas. Evans. Nelson. Landry? No. Shit. Who's the Browns 23? Gordon. Boom. God damn it. All right. Now it's getting tricky. It's shit. All right. Smith. Steve Smith, right? Classic. Oh, Smith got a couple. Let's go. Smith got a couple. Okay, 95 Dallas. That's obviously Irvin. Houston in 64? What the hell? What? Earl Campbell? I don't know. Damn it. We're actually kind of smoking this. God damn it. This just got tough. All right. Hold on. Bruce. Isaac Bruce. All right. Bang. Detroit 95. Oh my God. I'm blanking on the guy's name. His card was sick in Madden though. He was tall. Damn it. What the hell was his name? What was the guy's name in Madden? Herb something. Herb Moore. Christopher Brown that got removed by YouTube. Oh my God. Herb Moore? Yes! Herman Moore! That's it. 2001. I love how Ann and Chris are just fighting while I'm trying to do this quiz. Can you guys not? I'm trying to focus here. All right. Jesus, this got tough. Fitzgerald, right? Maybe? Damn it! Cardinals, Bolden. Why not? Damn it. God damn. Who is the Patriots receiver in 2011? Dude. Clark? Dallas Clark? No. Oh, boy. Oh, man. We are short. We are short. Damn it. Oh, man. Indy 2007 is gettable. I know it is. God damn it. It's not. Is it Marvin? It's not. I already said Marvin Harrison. Indy 2007. Damn it. I wasn't watching football at that point. Shit. And then Patriots 2011 should be gettable too. I'm just blanking on the fella's name. I don't know who the hell Houston 1964 is. That's the Oilers, bro. I don't know. Damn. Oilers 64. Who the hell had 1,500 yards in 1964? 2001 was a one-hit wonder. Oh, shit. Johnson. Fuck. I was thinking Vincent Jackson. Oh, man. The other wide receiver with Harrison. Oh, my. Reggie Wayne, right? Reggie Wayne. All right, done. Good. All right, that helped. Reggie. All right, well, don't spoil it. But yeah, Reggie. I didn't look. All right. 2011 New England Patriots. Damn. I don't know, man. I feel like I should. 2011 Gronk? I can't just do Gronk. Shit. It's all wide receivers. It's no tight ends on here. Oh, boy. Why not? No, didn't work. Shit. Patriots, one that sold against the Giants. Oh my God, duh. Good call, Mahi. Damn. See, it's easy when you're not under the microscope. Pat's wide receiver's white. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Oh boy. All right. I'm blanking on the Commanders. Wes or Gronk. There's no tight ends on here. 84. God damn. I'm trying to. Oh geez. Jack Youngblood was a linebacker, wasn't he? Yeah, he was. Cardinals in 01. I tried Bolden. I tried. Golly, bro. Pat Tillman, rest in peace. Now he wasn't receiver. All right. Well, that's that. Beat that, Chris. 30, David Boston, I would have never got. Charlie Hennigan, who the hell is that? Roy Green, I wouldn't have got. I can own this. David Boston, I've heard his name before, but Charlie, drop a like if you've heard of Charlie Hennigan. Arizona's David Boston, I didn't know the rest. Yeah, man. Well, you know what? 34 out of 37 wasn't too bad. Only 34. That was pretty solid. What are you talking about? I smoked that. What do you mean? I smoked that. I suck at NFL Grid, though. That much I'll say. All right, just for the hell of it, we'll just do one game of NFL Grid, and then we'll get the hell out of here. Because, you know, we did our picks. I don't have anything to update on Hinge. I forgot about David Boston. I think everyone forgot about David Boston. One thing I like about NFL Grid is it says on topic, name 2,000-yard rushers. Well, that one's easier. That one's easier. NFL Grid is moving. Is there a 2,000-yard rusher on this list? Hold on. Because that would be way easier, to be honest. That was fun, though. Yard Barker. I liked that. Can you name every player with at least one 1,500-yard receiving season? Oh, my God. Is that the one I just looked at? Okay, yeah, that was. The single-season touchdown leaders by franchise. Oh, boy, this is going to be a fun one, too. 34 is good. Thank you. All right. Damn, these are fun. I like doing these. We might do multiple, honestly. We might do multiple. I want to try the Immaculate Grid, though. Since it's on topic, okay? Vikings and Charger player. Oh, man. I'm already out. I'm struggling. I suck at these. Sporkle has some great stuff. Jeez. You know what? I don't want to do it. I don't want to do the Immaculate Grid. Sorry. Don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. All right. Sporkle has some good stuff, but we're sticking to Yard Barker. All right. This is the last one we'll do. All right. Single season touchdown leaders by team. Okay. Just looking at the lay of the land here. I think I can get a good chunk of these. 64. That's not Dickerson. Dickerson didn't play in the 60s. Good God. All right. All right. Let's do it. Tomlinson, obviously. Okay. Barkley. What? Okay. Shit. All right. Holmes. Priest Holmes. He was a running back, right? Damn it. Got it. Priest Holmes. Shout out Tay Martin for that one touchdown before we go. Oh, yeah. Seriously. Wait. What touchdown? What are we talking about? Shout out Tay Martin for that. What are you talking about? Who the hell's Tay Martin? Am I blanking on Tay Martin? I should know who that is. Johnson. David Johnson, of course. Atlanta. That's Turner, obviously. Obviously. Henry. Bills. That's got to be... Classic. What? It wasn't OJ? Well, that's surprising. Jonathan Stewart. It's got it. What? Who the hell got 20 touchdowns in 2008 for the Panthers? What? Okay, well, we know Gale Sayers is the Bears. Tay Martin is some random practice squad guy. Oh, that's right. Shout out to Tay Martin. He's going to be... They're going to beat the Colts this week. I'm kind of bought into that. I guess Chase Brown? No, well... Okay, that's not really what I was going for. Oh, this is leading touchdown. Okay, this is any leading touchdown getter. I see. All right, fair enough. 95 Cincinnati. That wasn't Chad, right? Oh my God, who the hell? Cincinnati 95. Chris, do you know this one? Damn. Rams. Dickerson's for sure on here, right? One way or another. Oh my God. All right, then it's Falk. There we go. All right, Jackson or Allen for the Raiders. There it is. Miami, was that Achan? Nope, that was... God damn. Wow, okay, Hill... Okay, Patriots was Moss. Saints was Thomas, I believe. Unless it was Kamara. It might be Kamara. It's Kamara, duh. Giants in 85? What, Otis Anderson? Is that the answer? Who the hell? I don't even know. I don't know the Giants answer. Chris, do you know 95? The wide receiver who got 17 touchdowns. What year did Collins? Should we try Collinsworth? Imagine. It's worth a shot. It's so crazy. It just might work. God damn it. Collinsworth didn't work. Damn, this is hard. I don't know who the hell is the Giants' all-time leading touchdown scorer in a season. I mean, Detroit, we know that one. That's Gibbs, obviously. Texans 18. That's got to be Foster. And he didn't play into the. Okay, he did. Okay. That's okay. Colts has got to be Taylor. Other Colts, I have no idea. Unitas. Rice is up there for sure. Evans, probably. That's crazy. The all-time leading touchdown scorer for Tampa's 14 in a season. Tennessee, Campbell? I don't know if that counts. It was more Houston, but Earl Campbell, sure, if you want to move the goalpost. Chris is going straight to Google. There's a reason he didn't respond immediately. Washington is Riggins, right? It's got to be, yeah. Riggins. Seattle, that's got to be Alexander. Pittsburgh, that's got to be the Bus. What? Who the hell had 16 rushing touchdowns in 06 then? Philly, is that Sproles? That's probably shady, actually. He was such a beast in fantasy. Hate him or love him. 2008, toss of the wall, Chris Ivory. Dallas, got to be Emmitt Smith, right? Yeah. Denver, Terrell Davis. God damn. Green Bay in 2003, Jamal Green, maybe? Ahmad Green, my bad. Miami in 21. I already said Achan, right? Oh, it was Mostert. No way it was Mostert. What the fuck? All right. Oh, well, hold on. I didn't lose my progress, did I? All right. It's got to be Mostert. Okay. I'm blanking on the rest of these. Philly is easy. Yeah, no, I got Philly. Jets in 2008. God damn, this one shouldn't be that hard. The Steelers one is really messing with me. I thought for sure that would be the Bus. I tried Bus, didn't work. Damn, did I misspell Jerome Bettis? Pittsburgh in 2006. Was it Rashard Mendenhall? No, right? No. Damn, I'm hitting a wall. I had no clue who Carl Pickens is. Oh, boy. Okay, well, let's try Pickens, huh? All right, I guess. Well, it went. Sure. Good pick. I didn't see, like, the first message, Chris. My bad. But, god damn. All right. Jets is Martin. Duh. Good pick. Oh, what? It wasn't. It wasn't Curtis Martin. How do I not know the Giants? My mind goes to Otis Anderson, and that's it. It wasn't goddamn Tiki. Damn. This one was trickier. All right, I guess we'll see the answers. I said OJ! What the hell? I said OJ. I wouldn't have got Joe Morris or Willie Parker. I should have got Willie Parker. Or Chuck Foreman. Lenny Moore. I've heard about him in a top 100. But I said OJ. I must have misspelled Simpson. All right, well, I knew OJ. You forgot. All right. I'm having fun with these, but, you know, it's getting late, fellas. It's already 10:10, and I got a whole night of editing ahead. So, picks have been made, though. So this is I'll read them again one more time. That app is specific. Yeah, seriously. Bills -7 over the Panthers. Giants +7.5 over the Eagles, despite my better judgment. Patriots -7 against the Browns. Jets +6.5 in Cincy, although I do think the Bengals will win outright. Falcons -7.5 against Miami. Ravens -6.5 versus the Bears. Thoughts on Colts senior assistant special teams, Joe Hastings? I hate him. I hate everything about him. Niners +1.5 against the Texans. Buccaneers -4.5 at the New Orleans Saints. Titans +14.5 and fuck it to win outright at the Colts. Cowboys +3.5 because Denver sucks and Bo Nix is overrated. Packers -3 against the Steelers. Commanders +12.5 at Chiefs because why the hell not? The vid this week that'll come out tomorrow, hopefully, is the current state of the New York Giants. Something that's very dear to my heart. It took me 2 hours to film today. I'm way behind. Oh my God, the thought of editing makes me very stressed out because I want to have it done by tomorrow, but look forward tomorrow evening. And we will be streaming once again Monday morning. We will be streaming the morning slate, watching Giants Eagles and whatever other game, tickles our fancy, so to speak. Hate that expression, but it's good. That'll be a fun video. Yes, I tried to catch it to where it was on the 2-year anniversary of my last Giants video, which was, I believe, October 21st, 2023. However, I procrastinated and didn't get it done in time. So there it is. But yeah. So that's where we're at. So look out for that. It'll be a fun one, and hopefully it does well. We just hit 2,700 subscribers, so that's exciting. So, you know, if you know someone that likes ball, send them the Hunnaball. Shit. But yeah, drop a like if you haven't already. We're about to cross the hour-and-a-half mark on this stream, which is usually a good benchmark after a Thursday night blowout. We did a little NFL quiz. We looked at some stadiums, looked at some press conferences, re-looked at Tua's contract, and then we made our picks. One more question for trivia. All right, are you asking a trivia question, or are we doing another? Are you asking a trivia question? Because I don't mind doing those. Those are pretty fun, honestly. Washburn Ichabod's legend. There you go. Yeah, Chris, if you have a trivia question, I will try my best to answer it. But, you know, that is the wrap up of today's stream. This has been a fun one. The Vikings are in trouble. What overall pick was T. Higgins? I know he's in the second round. I want to say 33? 34? I know it was early. Final guess. I know it was the Burrow year. I'm going to go 33. 33. Let's check. He was drafted. Okay, well, come on now. 33! Come on! Come on! Let's go! I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. All right. The stream is ending on a high note. Hunna knows ball. Bang! Purple! There it is. Casual. Anyways, guys, this has been fun. Show them. Show them. I always appreciate you guys stopping by consistently. It makes me super happy. So, you know, if you can tune in on Sunday, that would be cool. If not, no hard feelings, but we will be back in the saddle. Anyways, guys, this has been a fun one, and I will catch you later. Kick ass this Friday. The week might be over, but that doesn't mean the clock of life stops moving. So let's get it. Hunna ball. That's it. And Valix is trying to cope.